Elias Carter had lived his whole life straddling two worlds, the living and the dead. Since childhood, he could see spirits lingering in the places they once called home, watching, waiting. Some sought closure, others didn't even know they were gone, but nothing prepared him for her. One evening, in an old cathedral's abandoned courtyard, he saw her standing beneath the lantern's glow. She wasn't like the others. Her presence wavered between solid and transparent, her form shifting like mist in moonlight. "You can see me," she said, her voice laced with quiet wonder. Elias nodded. "Who are you?" A faint smile touched her lips. "I wish I knew." She called herself Seraphine, though she wasn't sure if that was her real name. Unlike the spirits Elias usually encountered, she wasn't fully ghostly, nor was she alive. Some days she could touch the world, run her fingers through the cold iron of a gate, feel the texture of a book's worn pages. Other days she was nothing more than a whisper in the wind. "I woke up like this," Seraphine admitted as they walked along the riverbank one evening. "No memory of my past, no idea why I'm trapped between worlds." Elias had never encountered a soul like hers. Spirits had stories, unfinished lives, regrets, pain, but Seraphine had nothing. "I want to help you," he said. Her ethereal fingers brushed his wrist. "You might be the only one who can." Determined to uncover Seraphine's past, Elias scoured the city's archives, searching for missing persons cases, unsolved deaths, anything that could explain her existence. Clues led them to an abandoned manor on the city's outskirts, its windows shattered, its halls whispering with forgotten echoes. Inside, Seraphine shuddered. "I know this place," she murmured. Elias found a faded photograph on a rotting desk. It showed a woman with Seraphine's face, smiling, alive. The back read, "Seraphine Duval, 1893. Seraphine clutched her head as memories rushed back, laughter in the ballroom, a love lost, a betrayal that ended in death. "I was murdered," she whispered, "and I never crossed over." The more Seraphine remembered, the weaker her form became. Elias watched helplessly as she flickered like a dying flame. "It's because I'm not supposed to be here," she said, sorrow in her luminous eyes. "The past is calling me back." Elias felt an ache unlike any he had known. "I don't want to lose you," she smiled sadly. "I was never meant to stay." But as she reached for him, something strange happened. Elias could feel her. For the first time, she was warm, real. Their hands intertwined, an electric pulse surging between them. "You're anchoring me," she gasped. "I can stay, if you let me." Elias knew the consequences. Spirits were meant to move on, not linger. If he held on to Seraphine, he was defying the natural order. But love had never followed rules. He pulled her into his arms, his lips brushing hers, "Stay." Light surrounded them, a force neither living nor dead. When it faded, Seraphine was whole, flesh and bone, heart and soul. She gasped, touching her own face, tears spilling down her cheeks. "Elias, I'm alive." Seraphine had been given a second chance, and Elias had chosen love over the unknown. Together, they left the shadows of the past behind, forging a new life where the lines between the living and the dead no longer mattered. For the first time, Elias wasn't just the man who saw spirits. He was the man who brought one back.